That sonic boom heard over Washington, D.C. as F-16 fighter jets were scrambling to intercept a Cessna Citation that flew into restricted airspace. The plane crashed into a mountain in Virginia. All 4 people on board were killed, including a 2-year-old girl. The NTSB says that investigators are having to hike just to get to this crash site even days later. They are expected to be on that site for several more days trying to determine the cause of the crash. Joining me now with more on this is Abend. He's a retired Boeing 777 captain and co-host of Candid Cockpit. It's a podcast for passengers. Thank you for being here. What are some of the possible scenarios that could have led to this tragic accident?
Sure, Marni. The one, the menu of the day is hypoxia, which is a result of explosive depressurization, which means the cabin suddenly lost pressure, which means you can't breathe. The other possibility is a possible medical emergency by the pilot. That seems a little unlikely because I would think that there were adult passengers back there that could have perhaps tried to get on the radio and made some attempt. But what I understand, it was only 15 minutes into the flight, actually during the climb, that the pilot was non-responsive with air traffic control. Third, it's possible there was a fume event, which is similar to hypoxia, only that it's noxious fumes that may have infiltrated the cabin. So those are the 3 things that I would speculate about.
The plane's path is a bit peculiar, and we were showing that on the screen. It was headed to New York from Tennessee, then changed course, and then headed south and flew over Washington. What do you make of that trajectory?
Well, I was actually in contact a couple hours ago with somebody that had actually flown with that pilot, and they mentioned that airplane has a navigation equipment called Garmin 750s. Now, these things will allow you to program in almost the entire approach, and in this case, it would have been the islip. So what probably happened was that the approach was programmed in, the pilot became incapacitated for whatever reason, and then the airplane on autopilot began the navigable approach to runway 24 potentially, and then continued once it was still at altitude, and the autopilot just went into a suspend mode along with the navigation system, and it continued on a southwesterly heading. Well,
I hope that they can determine, at least for peace of mind, what exactly happened. I want to get your thoughts on this breaking news. The U.S. State Department has confirmed that there are likely Americans that are trapped on board an Air India plane that has now been stranded in Russia. A couple details here. The U.S.-bound flight was forced to make an emergency landing in Siberia Tuesday night after developing an engine problem mid-flight. There are 200 passengers on board, 16 crew members, again, some Americans. Air India saying they're working with the local port and authorities on getting these passengers to their final destination. Your thoughts on this, given the tensions with Russia right now?
Sure. I mean, listen, this was not an emergency. This was a successful landing. This is something that pilots do, something that pilots plan for. This was probably an emergency alternate planned and always made arranged with Russia. So this is something that, although not routine, is something that could have been a forecast per se. It's a terrible inconvenience for these passengers, but fortunately, that's all it is. But when you travel across the Pacific in an airplane like a 777, which is only have 2 engines, you're required to be within 207 minutes of a nearby alternate in case there's an engine fire or any other such emergency. So one of these was one of those alternates that's listed during dispatch.
A little pit stop in Russia. We'll continue to follow it. Abend, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.